National Office for Wine and Wine, I extend a warm welcome to each of you and thank you for being part of this historic moment, the 46th Congress of Wine and Wine. The insights we share today may echo the challenges many of you face in your own countries. And we hope our experience can contribute meaningfully to a global dialogue on innovation, quality, and adaptability in the wine. Let us begin. Moldova viticulture dates back over 5,000 years. From the Cucute Tripoli culture through Greek colonies and Roman Dacia, to monastic wines culture in the Middle Ages, wine has always been part of who we are. In the modern era, French and Swiss expertise shaped our methods. By the 20th century, Moldova became a viticulture powerhouse in the Soviet period. And since independence, we focused on quality, authenticity, and global alignment. In 1992, Moldova became member of the OIV. And after 23 years, we are here hosting the 46th Congress of the Wine and Wine. The economy importance. As Madam President mentioned, the GDP is 3%, wine contributes to it, and 12% to the total export. 15% of the active population are involved in the wine sector, and also the auxiliary sectors from the economy of Moldova. We're the 6th in Europe and the 19th the global production. Wine is not only economic, it is cultural and deeply rooted in our national identity. National Office of Wine and Wine. The establishment of National Office of Wine and Wine in 2014 was a decisive step taken by the public and private sector in light of the implementation of changes in the wine sector legislation. The normative framework and of the promotion of the country's wine brand, at that moment, Wine of Moldova, a legend alive. The purpose of the National Office of Wine and Wine is to contribute to the recognition and promotion of the quality of Moldovan wine abroad. The National Office for Wine and Wine functions through a unique private-public partnership. The Coordination Council of the National Office of Wine and Wine is a governing body appointed for 4 years term by the Minister of Agriculture and Food Industry. It ensures balanced representation from the ministry and key stakeholders in the wine sector, including all GIs associations, including also the Association of Small Producers and Association of Producer Brandy, which is called D-Wine, Grapevine Nursery. The Council is responsible for supervising the National Office of Wine and Wine's operation. We involve producers directly in the decision-making of the National Office of Wine and Wine. This has made our governance more resilient, inclusive, and market-oriented. For the last year, we faced many challenges, and this unique public partnership in Moldova helped us to maintain the quality and helped us to pass through all the challenges. Wine of Moldova, a legend alive. In 2013, Wine of Moldova Legend Alive country brand was created, which reflected our dual identity. Ancient and modern, storied and supervising. It's more than marketing. It reflects how our wine and our people adapt and evolve. The brand stands for vibrant, authentic, friendly, welcoming, and complex. We emphasize craftsmanship, passion, and storytelling. A wine experience that is rooted in heritage and elevated by innovation. Wine of Moldova, unexpectedly great. In 2024, after 10 years of A Legend Alive, we evolved to the slogan, wine of Moldova unexpectedly great. It marks a decade of transformation. We call it 10 years of revolution of evolution, where Moldova wine earned global recognition and surprised the world with its quality, authenticity, and a new spirit. Our wine is crafted by new generations, recognized with top medals, made in the world's largest underground cellars, exported worldwide. This uniqueness gives us a competitive edge in both established and emerging wine markets. We grow both iconic and rare varieties. We're a place of bold blends and creative experimentations, which makes Moldova wine stand out in the blind tasting and competitiveness. Our sector is revitalized by passionate, well-trained young winemakers. They lead boutique projects and invest in sustainability and design. Moldova new wine wave is bold, export-ready, and digitally connected. In 2017, we launched the National Wine Register. This ensured traceability from vineyard to bottle, and this was crucial for us. This was crucial for us for the EU market access and trust. The Wine Register, it's a state-owned register and managed by the National Office for Wine and Wine. The production overview. We cultivate over 109,000 hectares of vineyard land. About 59,000 hectares are technical varieties. Around 17,000 hectares are table grapes varieties, and the rest are vines beside the house. These are the vines which a lot of people in the villages, they produce homemade wine. From this surface, 33,610 hectares are white grapes. Main varieties include these international varieties as Aligoté, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, and local ones, Feteasca Alba, Feteasca Regala. White wines remain a strong segment in export. About 25,000 hectares are red grapes. We grow classic like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot alongside indigenous gems like Rara Neagră and Feteasca Neagră. These native reds are gaining traction in the premium market. 52% of our vineyards are on hillsides, forming natural amphitheaters. 32% lie in the river valleys, and 40% covered by the forest. These terrains, protected by the Codru forest, create ideal conditions for balanced, expressive wines. Unfortunately, 2024 saw a drop in production, a 25% drop compared to 2023 due to climate volatility. As we all talk, climate change is not something that is in the future or that's something that will expect us. The climate change is already here and there's a direct impact on us. However, it mirrors the 2020 year and quality remains high. Sustainability and climate adaptation are more critical than ever. Let me highlight one of our most treasured grape varieties, which grow on both Moldova and Romanian territory. A shared heritage that connects our viticulture traditions across borders. Feteasca Alba and Regala for white wines. The indigenous grape varieties, the red one is Feteasca Neagră and Rara Neagră. These grape vines give Moldova a distinct signature in the global market. We also breed new varieties adapted to climate change. These are resilient to frost, drought, and common disease. For example, Eureka. Most of you tasted this variety yesterday. It's famous not only for the still wine, but also for the sparkling wine. Legenda and Kodrinski are strong examples of science action. We, the National Office on Wine and Wine, have a project which is called the microvinification, where we do experiment with the new varieties. The new one, as for example, Kodrinski, Kopchak, Novak. This is also the new selected varieties, which we see that there is a potential in the future in growing these varieties. The PGI areas. We're expanding vineyards under protected geographical indication. Kodru and Valtrian lead the way. The GI Divin also certifies our branding heritage. Republic of Moldova is number 5 in the world on the production of distillates made from wine. 3 key GIs dominate. Kodru, for producing wine, which is cooler, white-focused. Valul Traian, warm and sunny, ideal for reds. And Stefan Voda, balanced and mineral driving. All these 3 are for producing wine and sparkling wine. These form the backbone of our terroir branding. The wine quality, take in consideration that the National Office of Wine and Wine, since 2013, together with the Minister of Agriculture, were the first sector in Moldova that started harmonizing our legislation. Our wine quality model is, as you see, the pyramid. So on the bottom is the table wines, next are followed the varietal wines, afterwards the wines of PGI and PDO wines. It mirrors the European Union standards and ensures consistency across price points. Quality, a systematic and consistent strategy. Over the past 9 years, Moldova wines have won a total of 7,573 medals at international competition. A remarkable achievement that reflects both the quality of the wines and the support system behind them. Through the Wine of Moldova program, the National Office for Wine and Wine actively supported wineries in participating in top international contests. In 2024 alone, Wine of Moldova won 1,242 medals, with an impressive 58% gold medals. Proof that our quality is not just recognized, but celebrated worldwide. Moldova is the home of the world's largest wine cellar, which is called Milești Mici, officially recognized by the Guinness World Record, with over 1.5 million bottles stored in 2,000 kilometers of underground galleries. It is followed step by step by our second greatest underground cellar, which is called Krikova, and to which we'll have the gala dinner on Thursday. On the right, you see the official wine routes of Moldova, which guides visitors through our 3 key PGI regions, connecting unique terroirs, wineries, and authentic cultural experience. The exports. The total value for 2024 we see an increase in plus 22% in value and plus 70% in volume. This shows not only higher sales, but a rising global reputation and demand. Moldova wine exports continue to grow in volume, which is growing steadily. In 2024, we recorded a plus 17 increase compared to 2023, plus 14 above the 5-year average and plus 9 above the 10 years average. This long-term growth validates our reform and branding. The plus 44% growth in export value over the 10 years is driven by multiple factors. On one hand, it reflects the real improvement in the quality, image, and positioning of the Moldovan wine, especially the shift from bulk to bottle and PGI certified wines, which command higher prices. At the same time, part of this increase also reflects the global inflation, higher production costs, and rising logistical expenses, all of which are factored into the final export price per bottle. Even when adjusted with the external pressure, these trends show a strong underlying value, meaning Moldova is not just exporting more, we're exporting better. This slide shows the performance of the wine exports on the left side versus the spirits exports on the right side. As I said, one of our famous GI for producing spirits is Divine. We have a long history in producing Divine, and also we have increasing exports in Divine and distillates based on wine. On the wine side, we see strong results, plus 33% in value, plus 19 volume overall. On the right side, the spirits, the picture is mixed. Total export fell by 9% in value, minus 20% in value. However, this is also due to because the last year was one of the record year for the exports of distilled wines and GI Divine. Export by categories. The still wine dominate 74% of volume, 55% of value. Sparkling wine is growing strong. It's also a huge potential of our wineries. We have a long experience of producing sparkling. The two underground cellars that I was talking about, Mileștimici and Cricova, one of the backbone in producing the quality sparkling wines. Divine and Vermouth remain strong value categories. Export by regions. 51% of our all exports is European market. This is our key market, this is our crucial market for wine of Moldova, for all our wineries. The American continent, especially the United States, for 2024, saw an impressive increase in export of wines. Potential on the Asian market, also taking into consideration the new markets that we worked on, for example, Japan, South Korea, there's also potential for us and for the wineries to promote the high-quality wines. The potential of the African continent, there's wineries which are present on the African continent, which are exporting wine, and we see for the last year an increasing on several countries from the African continent, which is also confirmation of our potential of quality wines. (81% in 2024 of our wines is exported. We're now a country that makes wine for the world. To 73 destinations, 143 active exporters, and 59% of export value comes from the bottled wine. As mentioned, 2024, we saw fantastic, tremendous increase in the United States markets. However, as Mr. Director General said, the tariffs also affected us. Canada, Romania, Netherlands, all up. So, key markets, especially Romania, where we are increasing not only the export, but also the quality of these markets. And we're very happy to share the quality of our neighbors with our sisters and brothers. Our storytelling, branding, and quality are gaining traction in key strategic markets. And at the end, I'd like to thank you for being part of Moldova's wine story. We look forward to welcome you at the OIV Congress in 2025 in Moldova to see, to taste and experience our legend firsthand. We thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Yamati. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to invite the heartbeat of tradition to take the stage.